Here are some things to think about. Are you focused? Can you focus? I don't want to hear I'm ADD, ADHD. You might be, but you should be able to rein it in when you need to. And do you have cognition? You're wiring and firing. The brain is saying, I can respond to what you're asking me to do. Your memory is good. And you feel good. You're happy. You're not depressed or anxious. All of these things are important, so rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. 10, you're happy, you're focused, you can focus when you need to, and your brain is wiring and firing and saying, okay, I'm here for you. This is good. I think I'm okay. Maybe I'm not going to have Alzheimer's like a parent did or this or that, right? And sometimes you start worrying about those things when you don't need to. Really check in. That's what this 7 pillars is about. Checking in, making sure you're at least once a month going through this and saying, where am I really? Where am I? So a 1 is going to be, you're not keeping up with me right now. Well, I won't say that. I'm going to say a 4 because I talk fast, right? So a 1 is you have trouble understanding, you can't remember, and the memory's getting worse. That's the main thing. And a 10 is that brain's there for you. Things to think about that will help you with this. Daily meditation. So there are different types. There's active breathing. How many of you have tried Wim Hof breathing or some kind of, right, several of it. Walking meditations like Dr. Joe Dispenza's, which he uses Barry's music for. You're walking, you're actively walking and meditating, and then you stop and then you lay down. It's a pretty profound way of meditating. Guided meditation, which we've got a surprise for you tonight. If you've never experienced that, we're going to put you through a little bit. And transcendental meditation, that's the hardest one. Dr. Yadu probably is the only one in the room that can actually do it. He studies Sanskrit and everything else. You can quiet the brain and turn it off, can't you? Yeah, and do his mudras, yeah. He's probably the only one in the room, but maybe you guys might be able to. But most people, that's set yourself up for failure because it's very difficult to turn off the mind. Counseling or life coaching. Now, sitting on a couch to understand cognitive behavioral therapy can be very helpful. You understand why, but you've got to move beyond that. I've seen people that have been going for counseling for many, many years and they're just not budging forward. You have to dig in and find other ways why and what are other practices that you can try. So eye movement therapy is really good. There's trauma therapies that are amazing right now. You can talk to me about it later with a lot of really good doctors and treatments. Emotional freedom technique, that's an interesting one. And then just exploring different ones that are beyond the traditional counseling couch. I'm not saying you don't do that, but I'm just saying there's some other ways. Specialty testing, if that brain, you're like, I don't know if it's just me, I'm not sleeping, yes, it plays into it, or do I have some kind of biochemical problem? So if you're wondering about that, neurotransmitter level testing, nutrient deficiencies, certain nutrients, you don't have that, be vitamins or others, brain does not work well. Essential fatty acids, fish oil, doesn't work well. Hormonal imbalances, hormones are powerful. They make you feel great or they make you feel horrible. And if they're not balanced, it's not about how high can you get them or how low did they go. It's how are they in balance with one another. And then again, back to the gut health because that is the brain-gut connection was very important. Music program development, Barry's going to be talking to you about that in a minute. And that is very quick of shifting your mood during the day. You got the teenager thing going on or somebody at work or just something happened, somebody honked at you in the parking lot. How do you shift that right there, right then to not keep going down that pathway? Music, best way, turn on your playlist, your happy playlist, and okay, I'm not worried about it now. And then nature cure, 2 times a week. How many of you in the last 7 days have taken a walk out in nature? Raise your hand if you've taken a walk out in nature. Good, about half of you. So that's been proven. The studies are showing us there's something about communing with nature. It's not just the fresh air and all the things and getting the exercise. Nature communes with us and we entrain with it. So getting out in nature, very important.